obviously been a long kind of road to get up to this point where, how has that been, just with the injuries and what toll has that taken into it?
Oh, how has it been? Well, it wasn't really pleasant, to be honest. Well, you know, you never choose when you get an injury, when you get a surgery. You never choose when things are getting like worse and worse injury-wise. What you can choose is if you want to fight and if you want to keep on going, if you want to stand up from your injuries or not. I mean, if you can or not, if you want to keep trying or not, because as everybody knows the big news about Murray, like he obviously he's fighting, but he sometimes you can't. But from about what I had, well, it was very long. It was difficult. It was not only one injuries, but a couple of them. And well, like I always kept on having that dream that I could still be playing and that I can still compete at a pretty decent level. And so I didn't know where and when it's going to bring me back to a win in a Grand Slam. I kept on believing, so, and I'm very proud actually of myself, and I'm very grateful to all my team as well, and all the people that helped me be able to be playing and competing against the best still today. And I must say I'm lucky that I've been surrounded by such a great people in these last 7 months, I must say. And some were with me as well for a longer time. But yeah, they picked me up, the people that I've been working with. So recovery-wise, training-wise, mental-wise. They picked me up at a very difficult moment of my career. So it isn't that easy. It wasn't that easy for them. They saw me really in such a bad moment and bad mental shape, bad physical shape. And of course there's my husband-to-be as well, which had to be next to me every day. Well, he was the one who asked me to marry me, so so it was his choice too, but it wasn't easy for him as well, having me every day at home and being in a bad mood. So I think, and my family too, brothers, sisters, mom. So yeah, this win is for them too.
You mentioned being in a bad mood at home and being in a bad mental shape. I guess when you have like those injuries, what are the doubts that come into your mind and all of that stuff?
Well, if you're 20 years old, you doubt less. I mean, when you're 29, you know it's the last third of your career. Or, like, of course, Roger can push it, but never take in consideration the exceptions. Then you're like, it's kind of, you feel like, I run out of time. I want to do still so many more things. And you're like, how come was I so good in tennis back then? You question like many things. Like, was it my former coach? Was it myself that made me play so well? Why? How? And so, as a tennis player, I think sometimes you have to have a very short memory. Only keep on looking forward. Doubts on everything, and on, can I do it again? Am I good enough? Am I mentally strong enough? How come the others can, and why can't I? I mean, so many questions. And so it's not, if you have if you're not in professional sport, well, you know that your time is probably not limited. Even the rock stars, they have more years than we do. But professional athletes really have a certain yeah, a time lapse which is shorter. So it makes you feel vulnerable. Is it a good word?
Vulnerable.
Sorry. Yeah, vulnerable in French. And so, yeah, that's why the doubts are probably sometimes coming. And so to be able to still compete and play well and be fit and enjoy this amazing job that I'm doing, it's just, yeah, it's quite great, and I'm very proud of that, I must say. Today, I'm not a person who's like really proud of like things. I don't have a huge self-confidence, but I must admit that I'm very proud of my way back, this way back especially, and of today too. And it's not finished yet. There's a long road ahead, and many years to come.
Last question.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Sorry.
You mentioned Andy Murray. Yesterday he said that he actually regrets training so hard and pushing himself so hard because the injury is kind of the result of it, and he wishes like maybe he'd stopped at points. Obviously, like years ago, you decided to step away from tennis. So how like tough, given kind of the grind of tennis and the fact that it seems like sometimes players are almost trapped in it, how hard is it to stop and to like say, I want to step away from the sport for a bit?
Well, for me, it was for different reasons too. I mean, I got to tennis too early. I was very good, too good, too early. Well, I probably read a lot about me as well. I'm not gonna tell again the story, but I had really to step aside and really do what I wanted to do, not what I was good at and what people were like telling me to do, because it would have been a shame if I would not keep on playing tennis. And I just wanted to do whatever I wanted to do, because I'm the owner of my own life. I have the right to choose to do whatever I want to do. And even with my career, I have the right even now to choose to come back, not to come back, or to pick the persons around me. Well, anyways, then I'm talking too much. But what saddened me about the Murray story was really the fact that he cannot decide on his own terms when and how he wants to get away from tennis, retire from tennis. And this is the thing that I would fear myself the most as well in the future. This is the only wish I have. It's really like the day I decide, okay, I want to stop, like, let it be my own decision, mine. It belongs to me, not to an injury, or because I still want to play but I can't because I don't know. I've torn something. As I touch wood, I'm not tearing anything. But this is the most difficult thing, I think, in being an athlete. Like, if your body can't anymore. And so about him training so hard, or I think he has been all the time a hard worker, so he wouldn't been okay with not working that hard to come back to this level. I think he's just such a great athlete and amazing hard worker. So about that, I mean, I'm absolutely not unhappy with the way I worked or how my career was. I think I needed that break at that moment, and I fought hard to come back, and I've already accomplished some great things that I never wished for, actually. I thought only the others could achieve those things. And then it opened my eyes and my thoughts about, like, I think everybody's limitless. And you just have to really believe in it. And so for myself, right now I just enjoy. And I still have many great goals, I think. And it pushes me forward too. And but as well, being away from tennis last year because of the injury, made me maybe even more motivated. And it probably left me a couple of months, how'd you say, if you're all the time traveling for years and years and years, well, you never have a break. But maybe it extended a little bit of my career life, tennis life, because I've been away and I haven't been like really pushing my body so much. So maybe instead of having like, I don't know, 2 years, I maybe have 6 more, who knows? Those are just numbers, and they're not accurate numbers, it's just an example.